All right, 2v2 then, right? 2v2 X War.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm clicking. All right, Andy, this is great. I don't really play team games. I played enough to get placed. We did it like one time when we were doing some sponsored content with MetaPlays, just as an intro to that. And that's really all I've done. So the main time I played team games was during development.
Really?
2016. Yeah, that's the last time I
Goodness.
actively played team games.
Goodness, yeah. I'm the opposite, right? So like I almost exclusively play team games,
Yes.
and I did my placements for solo. And God, I mean, when was the last time they reset the season? 2020, 2019 or something?
Oh man, too long ago, really.
So that I think I'm like what, plat 3 maybe? And then I think I actually still have some of my MMR from the Pyman days because I'm Onyx like 1500, which I think is the lowest Onyx in threes. But hilariously, threes is where I have my worst win percentage.
Freeze
So.
is really random, and like you get a lot of top players teaming up there to destroy nerds. So
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird environment. And then in Freeze you have significant balance problems actually. Like Decimus's Vortex plus the starting units can actually destroy a base if they triple you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I much prefer Zeus in that sense.
Same with RB's triple plasma bolt.
Exactly.
Just wreck a gen. Yeah. I learned very quickly never put my gens next to each other for that reason.
Right. What are we doing?
I'm in love with Johnson, so I'm gonna go Johnson.
Okay.
And bother men with mechs.
Sounds good to me. So how about I go colonies to support you there?
Oh, okay.
Maybe I can taunt some people and then you can EMP mech blast and then
Love it.
brand on top. Yeah, should be a really good early game too. RB
Love
and
it.
Cutter. They fear us.
Now, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think Cutter falls off late game. What are your thoughts in teams? I guess.
I mean, he's really good while he has the drops going. So there's like a really big spike when you get the big drop, but then you kind of fall off. Yeah, like you said, it doesn't last too long really. That spike.
He really thrives. I think that transition from Tech 1 to Tech 2. And then really into Tech 2. I honestly think though, like when you start to pivot from Tech 2 to Tech 3, he kind of wanes a little bit. And I mean, he's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just think my experience in teams late gamey is just not the best. But,
no, like in once he's great. He's actually one of the best tournament and show match performers, but.
Yeah.
In teams, I could totally see how he falls off because like the guy relies so much on the fact that you're gonna have a lot of money, you're gonna do a lot of drops. That's just not the case in teams. You don't have a ton of mini bases to go with.
Right. Well, a little alarming, because I don't see any of the men, so that leads me to believe they may be Game Pass plebs. I don't know.
I'm gonna go and scout their main, just to make sure.
Okay.
Okay, they have a mini.
Yeah. Let's see what's going on here. We need to locate the men.
All right. They're about on time with their buildings. They're yellow guy at least.
Okay. I guess I'll do this.
You could always steal the back mini if they let you. Never mind. It's already done.
This is RB. Oh, okay. So we're gonna be doing a lead enforcer push.
All right, you might need some. I'm thinking you might need some snipers here.
Yeah. Okay. I will. I'll work on that. I'm gonna also make a Johnny J. Jamerson.
Hell yeah.
Now, this is kind of an American thing with, I guess, what you would call the American accent. But when you get the first upgrade for the mechs, it's called the I'm already screwing it up. The Missile and Shield Requisition.
Yep.
And the way that the voice actor says it, he says it Michelin, like the tire company.
What? Does he?
Michelin Shield. Yeah, he says Michelin Shield.
I guess
At
he's
least
trying to do it too fast or something. I actually don't recall.
And never forget. Oh, that's Kinsana. I was going to say the third upgrade says not applicable.
Yeah.
NA. That's Kinsana.
That's North America.
That. I love that. How do you think that happened? I mean, do you think it's like trying to find something in an array that I can't find?
That's exactly it. So it's like a language string that was mistyped or something.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. The fact that it's not fixed as well is hilarious.
Oh, I mean, we have to restart the petition, I guess.
Right.
All right, these nerds are gonna be destroyed. I'm gonna chopper them.
Oh yes, I love that. Everything about what just happened, I'm a fan of.
Whoa, the mines!
Oh, H.
That was cringe.
Well, the man may get my mini.
No.
He did the wipe.
No!
Oh my god! Oh no!
That was the opposite of what was supposed to happen. Okay. We'll take it.
That's okay.
Hey Andy, you're pretty big on the topic of how Microsoft shouldn't be buying Blizzard, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a complicated topic, but yeah, I like to take that point. Yeah. You know, I've listened to a lot of opinions, and I do think, I hate to say this term, but I do think a lot of the opinions are really based on the fact that they're just big, what you would call Xbots, right? Like
fanboys, yeah.
I can't stand the console war shit. It really bugs me, and they just want this deal to go through because it's Xbox that's doing it. You know, if the shoe were on the other foot, they would hate this.
Right.
And I just don't agree with the notion that you know, they're saying, oh, Call of Duty is going to be on more platforms than ever before. I will accept the argument that the barrier to entry to Call of Duty is going to lower if Call of Duty arrives on Game Pass, but I don't agree with the notion that you know, Call of Duty is going to be on more platforms simply because we haven't seen Call of Duty on Nintendo since the Wii, and I think we had one game on Wii U. But we haven't seen COD on Nintendo in almost 10 years, and now like they just announced that they're going to enter an agreement to be on Nintendo for 10 years after this deal is closed, and everyone's like, see, look how good Xbox is you know, enticing Activision to be on more platforms. And my question is why couldn't Activision Blizzard do that themselves for the last 10 years?
That's a really good question, actually.
I really don't see how having less competition in the market makes it better for consumers. In fact, history's taught us that the opposite is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want people to be cautious of what they wish for. I don't know. I don't really see any major benefit for Activision, for consumers, and really for Xbox. I mean, of course, it's going to be huge for Xbox that COD will be on Game Pass, but it's going to be at the detriment of probably PlayStation of some degree. I think I just need some more details on it. And
right.
Here's an EMP mag. Well, that didn't work out too well.
No worries. I mean, honestly, that's probably too many go lives for them to handle. But anyway, on the topic of, you know, Microsoft buying Activision, it's like, I only want it to happen because I'm a StarCraft fan, and Blizzard isn't gonna touch StarCraft by themselves. I don't think Microsoft is as greedy in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are happy with medium performing games, so to say. I guess that's what we could call it.
I would agree that you're more likely. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good point. You're more likely to see underperforming games get another chance under Microsoft's reign, because really Activision, like, I'll give you an example. Crash 4 sold like 3 or 4 million copies, or maybe even more than that, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to make another Crash main entry game because it didn't meet our expectations. And it's Crash. It was huge. Crash 4. So I think we're just gonna see more of their B tier stuff.
Hmm.
Um, we can continue this conversation in the next game if you want.
Yes.
But there you go. Buy a shirt. Check out Meta Plays. We put on the men.
And TeamRespawn.
That's right. Thank you. I made a video talking about a few of my points, and I think that they're going to have a dangerous control of 3 certain genres in gaming. First is real-time strategy with Age of Empires, StarCraft, Warcraft, and Halo Wars. MMO with World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online, and Fallout 76. And first-person shooter with, so many to name. I'd be here all day naming them all. And I just don't know if we want to limit the competition in those genres, at least me personally, because I'm a big fan of those 3 genres.
Mm-hmm.
Has Microsoft been treating RTS really well? Yeah, they have. They've actually been doing a great job. I'm disappointed it's not Halo Wars. I'm going to go Vortis, Naka.
I'm going to click in Serena.
Okay.
We didn't get a White Winter over here, so I'm coping.
Do I think it's going to be the end of the world if the deal goes through? No, I don't. I mean, there's going to be some great things that come about it, namely COD coming to Game Pass. We're probably going to see that agreement go through with COD coming back to Nintendo, which I think is huge. And yeah, we're going to see COD maintain its presence on Steam, which I think is important because the Blizzard launcher is poo. Maybe we'll see the renaissance of other RTS games. Like maybe we'll get a StarCraft 3, a Halo Wars 3, stuff like that. So I think that's really exciting. Like imagine the StarCraft team making a new Halo Wars game. That would be huge.
That would be sick, although I doubt they would.
I doubt it as
most people from StarCraft are already moved on, so...
Right.
Either they're on Diablo or something else.
Really, my main point is I don't know if we want one company to have this much influence on all of these properties.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my concern. But, I mean, I'm willing to have my mind changed on it.
Yeah, I mean, so long as they take care of their games, I'm okay with it. Honestly, on the consumer level, I don't think you're affected too much by who's the one making the money, but maybe that's a wrong way to see it.
I mean, Sony has been a crybaby about this whole thing anyway, which I don't think is really the right way to go about it. But, yeah, I don't think anyone's perfect. I just don't like some of the things that Microsoft has said. Like, again, I'll reiterate, they said Call of Duty is going to come back to Nintendo for 10 years. And my question is why do we need Xbox to own Activision for Call of Duty to come back to Nintendo? Why can't they do that themselves? But we'll see. I mean, I don't think the average consumer is going to be impacted in a major way immediately. I think if it's going to happen, it's going to take some time.
It's like you said, it's about the competition. So if Microsoft starts slacking all of a sudden, they drive up their prices on Game Pass, that is when the consumer is affected, I think.
I agree. I think that Game Pass inevitably is going to need to increase. I mean, Microsoft cannot be throwing, between the just Bethesda and Activision, that's about $75 billion with a B. And like, you can't tell me that you're not going to raise the price of Game Pass after you spent $75 billion. I mean, I don't think the math adds up there. So I do think Game Pass is going to have to go up. Was it Phil? I think Phil Spencer made a comment recently that said, like, they think that they're already reaching all the consumers that they can reach on console on Game Pass, and they're going to really focus on Game Pass for PC because it has a much more wider audience to reach. Meaning, like, the percentage of people on PC is not the same as the percentage who are subscribed to Game Pass on console. But yeah, I think the evidence is on the wall. Game Pass has to go up in price. And I wonder what people would be praising Xbox then for everything they do? I don't know.
Yeah, and have you heard about the whole thing that they want to do like an ad-supported version of
Yeah,
Game Pass?
I have heard
It's
that.
kind of like Netflix flashbacks to me.
Yeah, yeah. There are some people who I follow on Twitter that I really just
Hmm.
had to unfollow because I can't stand the blind. Like, why? Here's another thing too. I made in my video. $100 billion corporations don't need you to cheer for them.
No,
They
they
really
don't.
don't.
It's
They'll
the
be
same
okay
actually with
without you.
it's the same with hardware, right? Like people that are shitting for Nvidia or AMD or Intel, doesn't matter. It's like why they don't need you to.
Yeah, they don't need. I mean, they'll take your money, of course,
Hell yeah.
but they don't need you to be their champion on Twitter. I think if they want to defend themselves, they can do it
Yeah, yeah,
themselves.
yeah. And if
I
they
can't.
release a bad product, you don't need to make excuses either, right? So
I just think as a consumer, why do you want to lock yourself down to one place or one platform? I can understand it from a financial standpoint. If you can't afford all the consoles and have like a good PC rig, I get that.
oh yeah,
But
yeah.
I'll give you an example. When Xbox really dropped the ball from the 360 to Xbox One era, I jumped to PS4, and Halo Wars 2 is what brought me back.
Hmm.
But I still really enjoy my PlayStation. There's nothing wrong with that. If you say that to some people of these Xbox fans on Twitter, you'll be thrown at the stake.
Yeah, the good old
That's like the worst
riots.
thing to them.
Hey, do you need help with that, Jerome, or are you gonna be? I guess you're
I
making
think I'll,
Rangers.
yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'm making some Rangers here.
Okay, good. I might freeze Yellow's base or something.
Okay.
And basically, I'm
Yellow's
going
there.
Frostravens.
So you got a straight shot at his base.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Sorry about your mini base. Do you want the double in the middle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
here
no,
you
you
go.
took it.
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's good. It's good.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, he's gonna garbage drop my base. Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't think this is this big of a deal. His Jerome's already doesn't have shields, and
Yeah, you should be fine. You might lose the gen.
yeah, that's it's livable. I don't know if he's gonna get in the Jerome. I don't know what he's doing. He might lose it here. Oh my god. Yeah, I got the Jerome.
Damn, I just looked away and got mag blasted.
Oh shite.
That's typically what happens to me. Just looking away like a noob.
Let me ask you this: do you find it surprising that it's still super easy to find matches in Halo Wars today?
No, not at all. This is actually what I expected after Game Pass went through, and honestly, as much as I didn't personally like Halo Wars 2's marketing, it was effective. Like a lot of people learned about it.
Right.
I think that was totally worth it, even if it was a little cringe maybe at times, but it worked. That's what matters.
I like the car salesman ad. I really like that one.
It's funny, but it doesn't sell the game, I think.
Right. Yeah. I'm glad that it's still getting players. I mean, you and I are, really on the same page when it comes to the lack of support, and of course
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of the fans are as well. I don't know. I hope that. See, this is like the upside of that Activision Blizzard deal, and I mentioned this I think in the last game. Is like, wonder, will we see a team from Activision Blizzard, either make a new Halo Wars entry or help this product? And they 343 had said too. I don't know if you remember this, but they're like, we're gonna fix MCC, and then maybe we'll come back to Halo Wars with that team.
Yeah, and I think it's about that time, which is why I really want to make a video about the MetaPlace page we've made, where we're going to be collecting community feedback and then send it to some 343 representative. This video doesn't really, have enough for that, but I'll do a proper one, and maybe I'll get you to do some lines for it.
Yeah, I think that'd be huge. I get it. Like, you gotta give your attention to what most people are playing.
Yeah.
And that's obviously FPS Halo, but that doesn't mean
Yeah.
that this needs to die for that to happen.
It
Right?
doesn't,
It's not
and
mutually
it
exclusive.
shouldn't. Honestly, if this game went on Steam, they'd make back their costs so easily. And I, from a business perspective, I totally don't understand what's going on there. They could hire some third party to do it. They don't have to do it themselves.
Right. I mean, I don't know if it's public knowledge or not, but a Ghost Studio did the Halo Wars Definitive Edition port.
Right? Yeah.
So I mean, it's very possible for for even 343 to slap their logo on it and have someone else do the work. It's just like a ghostwriter for a book. I mean, it's really no different. So yeah, I mean, I get it. If you don't have the resources, you can totally hire that out. And I hope that some of these acquisitions that we had in the past was really gonna. Oh my God, look at that! I love everything about this.
It's cringe air.
Yes, cringe air. That's right. Yes. Now we need a definitive answer from a former Halo Wars dev. Naka, is air OP?
Yes and no. That's the most useless thing I could have said. I know.
I know. I mean, I'm the same way. I say it's not until it is, and that's not really that helpful to viewers.
No. Look, if you're talking about Decimus and his bullshit self-healing being on outside of combat, yeah, sure, that's OP as hell.
Yeah.
Because that's a bug. Sure.
But remember, Postums told me that's not a bug, and I'm not allowed to send it to him anymore.
Oh, it absolutely is a bug.
I know, but before he blocked me, he said, that's not a bug, don't I dare send it to him again. So
He's basically saying, don't at me.
God, I can't believe all that happened.
Yeah,
I can't believe that happened. Can we talk about that for a second?
We can talk about that for 2 seconds.
I got banned and blocked. Well, not banned. I got blocked for asking if Halo Wars was down, and they blamed it on Russia invading Ukraine. I mean, in what universe do all of those words make sense?
No, I don't know. Man, I got banned on Waypoint one time for what did I say again?
You said this is giving me cancer.
Oh. you can't speak in memes anymore.
I know. Oh my God, I love shit like that.
No, but
like a Halo Wars, a developer gets banned for talking about the game.
But look, the situation is, there's so many horror stories about basically how, you know, Halo moderators are power crazy in the Discord, and then it's the same situation on Waypoint, over moderation. Like, what's going on? I don't. Don't the community team have some handle on this?
No, you thought they would after they. I really do wonder. I talked to Ed about this at length. Was like, do you think that 343 had a meeting with all the community people, like who worked there, after Postum sent that tweet? I think they did, but I mean, I have no evidence of that. Be like, hey, we really shouldn't be passive aggressive to our customers.
Yeah, I mean, look, they made Postums do some different kind of job after that, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't Postum's choice in completeness.
Well,
to some degree, that had to be like an executive decision as well, right?
I don't know. People had told me that like I got him fired and I got him like changed his job. I mean, that's not what happened. When he tweeted, he said it was like in the works prior to that tweet coming out, if I remember correctly, but I don't know if that's true either. All I know is I'm just not going to make any assumptions on it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, that's a safe move, really.
It's just
But look, I completely agree. You don't want to be passive aggressive to your customers. One time when I was working at Creative Assembly, one of our community managers said something to a complaining gamer if you don't like it, then you don't have to buy the game. And even that created so much controversy, and it's so much more tame than this situation, right?
Right, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, they have to deal with some probably really toxic people all the time, and you can vent your frustration out that way. But what I will say is he's had that behavior for years prior to what he said to me.
Yeah, very sassy guy.
Like, didn't he say, like, if you get spawn... Like, didn't he say something like, if you get spawn killed in Halo 4, like, you deserve it or something?
What?
I can't really recall. I don't want to put words in his mouth, of course, but... Oh, shite. Here's a mega team.
Uh-oh. You know what's good against them? The ice beams.
Ooh, okay.
Gonna give him the business, but if he could retreat a bit.
Yeah, let me back up. They've really pushed us back here. I'll give them props.
Yeah, that was a good defense, but we did take down the base, so that pays for itself.
I really want to... I love making infusion scarabs as Vortis, but I don't think that might be in the cards at this moment.
Well, you're totally welcome to. I think we've got it here.
Oh, yeah. I'm not too worried.
You could totally do it. And, you know, if you attack a base, you, like, siphon so much money from it. That's one of the reasons why that whole siphoning situation is why Vortis is really not allowed in tournaments. You just get too much eco. It's crazy.
Do you think you could, instead of just banning the leader, you could just ban combat spoils?
You can, but you can't control that as a spectator because you can't see what powers people pick. Oh, here they are.
Could you, oh, okay. Hang on, I'll, cataclysm this.
They're so slow.
I love them. Let's go.
Yes!
Oh, he's going back into it as well. I love it when stuff like that happens.
Baby.
Let me start shield juggling. Waited a little bit too long. I might pay the price for that.
I
am.
Nightingales are too slow. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's fine. We'll shatter them all.
People forget that Frostravens are dirty. They're really dirty.
Oh yeah,
great unit.
I lost to this even on ladder. Like Aatrox taught me how to do it. One of the best tournament players. He's from China actually. Plays from China.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but this strategy is bonkers. You just expand. You pump out your Frostravens. I mean, you guys can watch my perspective for the rough build.
Yeah. Does he have to like VPN to like get out of there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you have a VPN, you can get on Steam. You can buy all sorts of Western products. That's typically how people do it.
I mean, not to get political here, but I mean that's kind of ballsy.
It's fairly safe to do, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
you
cool.
don't face any significant repercussion or anything like that.
That's cool, though. I mean, for someone to do that, because that product isn't sold in China, so, you know, first of all, you got to be aware of it, you know, and then participate in it. I think that's really cool.
The thing is, Halo is sold in China. It's just not... I don't think Halo Wars is sold there, which is the weirdest thing. And, you know, like, there's significant censorship in the game. I'm not sure if you've seen the MCC in China videos.
No.
But basically they have, like, no blood and all that. Not sure about the details anymore. It's been a while.
There was, and you can feel free to edit this out if you want, but one of the guys on the podcast I listened to, he actually published a game on the PlayStation Store, and he didn't want the game to be sold in China on purpose because he just doesn't really like the way that, you know, the geopolitical environment of China.
Of course.
So it was like a recipe to like build a dish, and it was like, you know, two cups of, it was like a lore book, and it like had a recipe on it, and it was like 2 cups of bread, 1 cup of, or like and then like a cup of milk and like 2 eggs. Then it was like Taiwan is a country.
Oh shit.
Like he just did that on purpose so the game couldn't be sold in China. Okay, I'm gonna I have a Maelstrom. I don't have a Cataclysm.
Get him now, get him now. They're frozen. Yes!
Oh my god!
Goodbye. Peace out.
Love it. Love it. Oh.
So Andy, vanilla or chocolate ice cream?
Oh goodness, probably chocolate. I mean, vanilla's just kind of boring.
I think
What
a
about you?
good vanilla can be really nice, but most of them aren't. So I usually get
Right.
bored with that kind of stuff as well.
I'm a big fan of just regular old-fashioned milkshakes, like chocolate milkshakes are, I think, phenomenal. It's like one of my favorite desserts.
I'm unfortunately allergic to milk, so I have to be really careful.
I am as
Uh,
well, actually, but I take these pills that give you
All right.
the lactate protein you need, so you don't
The
get
power
sick.
pills.
Yes. So I completely get that. That's been something that's bothered me my whole life, but I'll just take one or two before I have like something with milk in it. I'm
Yeah, man,
fine.
just gotta be careful, really, and you can enjoy it to some degree still. Like, my one isn't very severe, so, you know, I occasionally would have ice creams and whatever in the summer.
Right.
Okay, I think these nerds are destroyed, man.
I give these guys credit. I think they really held out there and they
That
had
was
a
a
decent
way better
push.
game than the previous one.
Yeah. I usually all stitch games together. Um, if how do I describe it without being
One at a time,
insulting?
right?
Yeah, if it's a really good game, it'll just be one per video. But if
Right.
it was a game that was really short, then I'll stitch them together.
Yeah, I think in this case I'd stitch them, personally, because
Yeah.
the first one was
Yeah.
very short. Hi, YouTube. Check out
Yeah.
TeamRespawn, linked in the description.
Well, thank you, thank you.
And these nerds have to check out Flat Out.
Yeah, check out the MetaPlays group as well. Absolutely chatterful. When's your next Halo Wars tournament? Has that been announced?
We're about to announce it, but how about I give you a little teaser? We're changing the format of the league. So there's going to be a
Ooh.
pro league and there's going to be an amateur league because it's been so much requested. At the moment, only our subscribers know this, as in our website subscribers, which is like a Patreon at home. But anyways, what this means is we are also shortening the length of the season. So it's going to be 3 qualifiers into a main event. The qualifiers don't have a prize pool, but the main event has all the prize pools. So it's bigger. Everyone will be contributing to that. So expecting to reach some decent numbers. And that's going to be the same case for the amateur tournaments. So amateur means Onyx and below.
Awesome.
And that's 2v2, by the way. I should have said that. Led with that. The pro
that's-
stuff is 1v1.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're worried about timing, you don't want the scout before you publicly announce it. You won't have to worry. I still have games from August I need to upload. So it just depends on.
No, I'm not
my-
worried about it. I'm happy to share.
Okay.
Because in a few
Well,
days we will do it anyway, so.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna add links to the MetaPlays group in the link below. You should check them out and buy a shirt.